Welcome everyone, know what I mean, back to another episode of Behind the Name Virtual Discussion. I'm your boy Boozilla.
Your boy Prince J. Ron. And we got a special guest today. We got the boy Kenlo Key. Y'all already know. If y'all don't know, y'all about to find out today who this man is. I'm so happy to have bro here on the show. And for those that didn't hear the track, we got the BTN track thanks to DJ Ro.
Shout out to Ro.
That BA is banging though. It definitely is banging. Yeah. Hey, well, let's get into this.
Where do we begin? Where do we begin, bro?
Right.
Where do we begin, yo? Let's start from the beginning, man. Let's start from the beginning of Kenlo.
Okay.
Let's go back in the days when you was just little old Kenlo.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So, man, me with footwork culture goes all the way back to, let's see, I'm 36 now. So I want to say my first time seeing it, I was probably about 10. Talking 26 years ago. And at that time, I remember seeing the very first time I seen footwork, like for real footwork, was at the Robbins Parade. And the group that I had seen, I didn't even know that it was Total Impact. And it was either Total Impact or it was like kind of like maybe the development of Total Impact, because Marlon, who was considered one of the leaders of Total Impact, he was from Robbins and he participated in Parade every year. So I don't know if that was actually Total Impact at the time or like maybe pre-Total Impact. You would have to ask him, but yeah. And when I seen it, man, I was just blown away because you know how I had described it to somebody one day, like, how you young and you got like these like older cousins or something, or even cousins that's your age, but they just seem so just fly,
right.
Cool,
Right.
like they just got swag. You like, man, like that's what what I'm saying? That's how I see myself, you know what I mean? Like part of that clan. So I remember seeing that and not totally knowing what it was, but it just seemed like they was just local celebrities, man. And so that kind of piqued my interest, you know what I mean? And I have an older brother. My older brother's like 3 years. He's like 3 years older than me. So I think like a few years later, he was like a freshman in high school. So what is that, 14? So I'm like 11. So this is like maybe the year after. So when he was in high school, he had joined the band. And when he joined the band, one of their halftime routines had footwork in it. And he went to Hillcrest High School in Country Club Hills. And so the guy who had taught him the footwork was in house arrest too. And he was teaching the whole band some little basics, really. Nothing crazy, some little irks.
Okay. Wait, audio.
Okay, yeah, your audio, Kenlo.
There it is.
Okay,
so
there you go.
Yeah, so you
come wait. What year was that?
So
with the do you recall what year that was?
Well, it was let's see. I don't know if like I said, I know I joined Total Impact in 98. So this might have been 2 years. So this might be like 95, 96.
The halftime at Hillcrest.
Okay, no. So the halftime at Hillcrest, that may have been, because like I said, my brother 3 years older than me. You know what I mean? So night between 97, 98, maybe around that time, 96.
Okay.
You know, the end of maybe something like that.
Okay.
So yeah. I remember the guy name who taught him everything. Dude's name was Panther. That was his nickname. I think his real name was Aaron. So he was in house arrest too. Well, that's what my brother told me. And so he came home and he was just showing me the little moves. So this is the first time that I actually was taught a move, and it was from my older brother. He really didn't know what he was doing either, though. You know what I mean?
What was the name of the first move?
It was just like at that time we didn't know no names. It was just
right,
earth, right, left. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then I remember going to the Black Expo, I believe it was, and at the Black Expo we seen House of Maddox and performing. Now that was like, okay, this is what we seen before, but this is, you know what I'm saying? Before it was, you know how the parade is, man, and then after the parade, people battling and all that. So this was like, okay, this is like some more performance type of, you know, and it wasn't a lot of them. It was only a small group of them, and I think it was at the McCormick Center. So so that was that, you know. So then I kind of had my radar out for House of Maddox, right? So I remember the Bud Billigan parade may have been that following year, maybe even the same summer, because Robbins and Bud Billigan parade is literally like 1 week apart or something like that. So I seen House of Maddox in the parade, and they were super deep. They was like, I mean, bro, I felt like it was like 100 of them, bro, and they was all wearing the same clothes. You know what I'm saying? They was all fly and young and just high energy. You know what I'm saying? And that same, you know, like I said, just like, I don't want to call it the in crowd because it's not the in crowd. It's like the creative, the fly, the, you know what I mean, the hip hop cultured kids.
Right.
You know, tell like this is the soul of it right here. You know what I mean? And so seeing that, you know, and I grew up in the Burbs. I was in the Burbs my whole life. So, you know, this is like a city flavor, really. You know what I mean? So I'm seeing that and I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? So that was like the solidifying thing, like I have to do this. You know what I'm saying? When I seen that. So my brother goes back to school, and maybe this is like the year after. So I believe he was a sophomore at this time. He's like, yo, I got a guy who is better than the other dude that taught me. He really good. He was like, man, he's in a group called Total Impact. And he was like, his name is Tony. He was like, man, I talked to him. He said he gonna come by the crib and teach us. I'm like, oh man, I'm excited. Now I know for a fact I was in 8th grade at this time. So I'm like, all right, bet. So he comes to the crib and he's showing us some moves that's more advanced than what my brother had learned before. So I'm catching on a little quicker than my brother is, right? Because I'm hungry for it. I've always been like artistic and creative, you know what I'm saying? So he talking to us about the group and explaining to us like he's kind of explaining the footwork culture. And I remember vividly that he compared it to gangbanging culture. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, it's a lot like that. Like you got cliques, you know, everybody come battle, you know what I'm saying? And he was just like, man, if you want to be in Total Impact, they be having tryouts. And you know what I'm saying? You can come up there and try out. It was at Markham Fieldhouse. So I'm like, bet. So me and my brother talking over, we like, yeah, we're gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? So so at the time, man, you know, I had discussed it with my mother, and my mother was always very supportive of anything that I did that was like you know what I'm saying, just I guess positive or creative or productive. You know, and at the time my father was in jail. You know, he was my father, man. He just I mean, my parents still married to this day. My pops was just a thug, man. You know what I'm saying? My mother and father, they both from Robbins. So that's how I used to end up at the Robbins parade every summer. You know what I'm saying? They both grew up in Robbins. So because my pops was locked up, you know, now that I'm old, I realized that my mother was really anything that she could find that we wanted to do, especially if it was low cost or free, she was 100% with it. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't nothing that was negative. So my mom's like, man, I'll take y'all up there. You know what I'm saying? So she took us up there to Markham Fieldhouse and even waited for us. You know what I'm saying? Like she knew we was trying out. So we go in there. I see all these, you know, kids my age. Marlon was in there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? And my brother, I don't know. I guess he chickened out. I don't know. He's just like, I don't think I want to try out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get broke class, but he was just like, you go ahead, man. So I'm like, hey, I'm finna do it then, fuck it, right? So I try out. I'm whack, you know what I'm saying? I just got the little moves I learned from dude and just trying to come up with stuff with no real foundational structure, anything. And Marlon let me try out, and then once I was done dancing, because Marlon was just like dance, you know what I'm saying? So once I was done dancing, he put me in a circle, basically. It had everybody just attack me, bro, like battling, and they smoked my ass, boy. I'm talking about smoke, okay? And I remember some of the people who it was specifically. One of them y'all might know because he's kind of popular in Chicago, Paris Bueller.
Paris Bueller went to school. I went to a school with him at Rich East.
Yeah, he's a popular in Chicago. He was a dope footworker, bro, when he was younger. And so shout out to him, by the way. And so yeah, bro. So when I was done, Marlon was like, man, I mean, obviously he knew I was whack, but he's like, you got heart, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's like, come back to the next practice. I'm like, love. So now in between that time, the same guy, Tony, used to tell us like, if y'all really want to see battles and footwork and stuff, you need to go to Markham Skating Rink. And so I remember going to Markham Skating Rink during that same time, and that's when I started seeing people like the Firm. Who else? I seen a few members from House of Max here and there. You know what I'm saying? House Arrest 2, Wolfpack at the time, but they was part of the Firm though. I think some members of CMD who was part of the Firm too at the time, but later off they broke off into CMD. Mm. But and it was just intense, man. It was intense. I seen some outstanding footworkers at that time, and after that, bro, I was just, I mean, that was it. You know what I'm saying? The bug bit me. It was over with. Yeah.
Did you ever like do any like choreo hip hop dancing as well, or was it just strictly footwork?
Right, that's a good question. Well, so going back, what I was saying about my mother was very creative herself. My mother, she had signed a record deal when she was 17. She sang, and she performed with a lot of the big names and stuff, but kind of slowed down because she wanted to start a family. So because of that, I was raised in a household where things like dancing, art, music, all that that's just regular every day. It's common. And so growing up, I danced a lot. I mean, Michael Jackson, you feel me? Bobby Brown, like MC Hammer, like I was obsessed with these people when I was younger. So I always enjoyed dancing, just period. But once I got into Total Impact, it was a requirement if you wanted to be someone who performed and stuff to know how to do all of the routines and dance and everything like that. So I did all that stuff, man. I remember when I first joined, not being able to perform because I couldn't do it, and it really bothered me. So I had to, you know what I'm saying? But I always gravitated towards the footwork though. But I did everything. Back then, we talking in the 90s, late 90s, early 90s too, when using a group, footwork was always kind of secondary when it came to performing. So I did all of it.
Okay. Well, as time went on and you started getting good on the footwork tip, what ended up being some of your like toughest battles on the floor, or like, I'm very interested on that because I know you had some good battles.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Well, so me, like I said, I'm from Country Club Hills, and Total Impact, a lot of us was from the area, the south suburbs. So I rarely ventured out into the city because keep in mind, like I said, when I started, I'm like 12, 13. So, we didn't even start driving until 16, 17 years old. So a lot of my battles were in Markham, Skating Rink, Markham Fieldhouse, Dalton Expo, anything that was in that vicinity, you know what I'm saying? And so the person, if I could say one person who I probably had the most battles with, it would be Q from Wolfpack. And so now, you know what I mean? If anybody ever interview him or talk to him, ask him, back then nobody knew me as Kenlo Key. I got that name once I started rapping, but everybody knew me as Kent. That's my real name. And so him and Jason from Wolfpack, that was like me and BB's arch nemesis.
Okay.
So I mean, honestly, bro, I'm a pretty humble person. I try to be, but you know, footwork, boy, is a competitive sport. I'm calling it is a sport.
Oh yeah.
Those two guys, bro, like I was telling BB the other day, like if we could count rounds, right? And you know, one round back then, you know what I'm saying? We talking 1 minute at the most, right? We probably had, I'm talking about from the time that I got good, right? So we talking maybe late 13, early 14 years old to 18, 19 years old, battling these guys every Saturday, minimum. I'm talking about, it was times, bro, we would walk into Markham skating rink, and from the time the music comes on to the time that it ends, we are battling. And back then, it wasn't no judges, it wasn't none of that. So it's really like if you quit, you lost, or if you just got extremely outdanced, you lost. Other than that, it was all based on opinion. You know what I'm saying? So you could ask BB, bro. We trained so much that it wasn't no quitting. You know what I'm saying? So I would say they were my toughest opponents at that time. Sometimes they got us, sometimes we got them. The only other person that I probably feel that way about would be Deontay from the firm, also known as Reno. But me and him only had one battle. And so Deontay, like the firm was the first battle click, you know what I'm saying? From the area that, well, at least that I knew of. And so we had a very high regard for the firm because everybody else was dance groups. So the people who love footwork, you know, they really admired the firm because they was like this battle clique, and they was kind of cultish in a sense because you could tell a lot of them been knowing each other for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So it was deeper than footwork, and they had a very they had a presence, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I had always knew about the firm, but back then, again, by it being like gang culture, it was, you know, like it was kind of a bad thing to flip from one group to another, right?
Speak on
it. Yeah, so I was Total Impact crazy. You know, the only reason why I left Total Impact is because it disassembled, not because I quit and went to another group. So I had always knew about the firm, and I always had a great respect for them because honestly, the best footworkers that people thought at that time, I'm gonna say thought because I don't feel that way, was Q and Jason and Wolfpack and all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like they was, but and the reason why I don't feel that way, I think they were great, right? I think they were great for sure. I'm not gonna say they wasn't, but I think it got misconstrued because of popularity too. You feel what I'm saying? It wasn't just that they were great; they was also the most popular because they had connections to the city and stuff like that. So they would venture out and go to all the different spots and battle. You see what I'm saying? So they would, you know, just like right now. And no offense, but there might be a young kid here that might be better than a J. Ron or a King Charles. Probably not, but right. But but y'all are the most popular, and y'all are great. You know what I'm saying? So right away, people would give y'all the you know, they would think y'all the best. But anyway, the point I'm making. So when I heard that Reno, aka Deontay, was coming to Total Impact, because he was trying out for Total Impact. Now look, I just told you what the tryout process is. You got to battle.
Right.
Now, by the firm being as good as they were and the battle click, when he came, it was only one person that he was gonna battle, and that was me. And so me and Deontay battled, bro, for hours when he tried out for Total Impact. And neither one of us quit. the practice was just over and we went home. You know what I'm saying? But I honestly felt like when it was over with, like, wow, this dude is one of the best footworkers I've ever met. That's how I felt. So there's a lot of stuff that I got from him. You know, his lineage was a little deeper than mine because he was connected to House of Maddox and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely had a mutual respect for each other. And he was part of Total Impact for a short period of time. So, yeah. So the other person would be Reno from the Firm. And look, and the Firm is the only people, bro. Now I'm talking during my time. After me, I don't know what happened. The only people I seen battle Wolfpack as fearlessly as me and BB did. You can ask BB the same thing. Other than that, bro, like I said, I wasn't in the city, so I can't speak for the city dance. But I'm talking in the South Suburb. Right. I didn't see. Now look, as a group, yes. As a group, there's groups that will battle Q, will battle Jason, will battle whoever. I'm talking one-on-one though. A lot of people was afraid to battle them. I'm talking one-on-one. I never seen anyone battle them as much as me and BB, except the Firm. And win. I seen the Firm beat them many times. So yeah.
That's a big that's a big thing someone could say to have under their belt.
Yeah, I would love for someone to dispute that.
Yeah. That man, it's just so much, like, man, but you being around and having those types of battles, can you, as far as some of the people that that you taught and inspired?
Right. Well, y'all had BB's interview, and he's one of them. You know, he's probably the most notable. Because like I said, I was a member of Total Impact, and I was very loyal to Total Impact. So it would have to be people that was a part of Total Impact. If you ask anybody that was in Total Impact during that time, they'll tell you. And you know, I another person, because later when Total Impact disassembled, I had gotten to rap. So when I started getting to rap real serious, I started veering away from footwork because I'm like, I don't see the career opportunity in this. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the potential to make money like that at that time. You know, I don't think we was creative enough in our thinking as far as making money to know that there was a way to do it. So, you know, the trend was when people turned 17, 18 years old, they just, you know, they were starting families. Some people starting families, but they were definitely getting jobs, getting cars, and going on about their life and trying to, you know, become adults. And it got looked at as a thing that young kids did. So, so I kind of veered away from it. But BB, who's the person that always bring me back, because I have the loyalty to him. You know what I'm saying? That was like, you know, we was like bad boys, like Martin and Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? So when BB had started a group with a guy named Daryl was from Chaos Posse, you know, and so Daryl and BB started a group called Too Fatal. So BB hit me up and asked me to become a part of Too Fatal and to work with some of the, because they had some young kids and they had practice in Hazelcrest and at Hazelcrest Rec Center. So it was a lot of kids from the area, Hazelcrest, which is the neighboring city to Country Club Hills. And so I had joined Too Fatal for a short period of time. This is after Total Impact disassembled. And so one of the kids that I taught from there, his name is Courtney. I think his whole name is Courtney Bennett, I believe. But Courtney was a little kid, bro. He had to be 8, 9, 10 years old. And he was just a sponge. And he learned a lot from me and a lot from BB when he started. And I'm gonna tell you how good he got. He got, you can ask King Charles about Courtney. He got so good, bro, that Wolfpack recruited him. His only previous teachers was me and BB. And you know, and I think Baby D taught him some stuff too.
Oh, shout out to Baby D.
Yeah,
peace.
Man.
One of my teachers.
Hey, Now I will say this, I'm sorry, Baby D was another one. But Baby D has some type of relationship as far as like family ties to Wolfpack. I think Darion and him is cousins. So, but he's another one that could, you know what I'm saying, hang with them at that time though. It wasn't a lot of people, bro. I'm gonna be honest. It wasn't a lot of people. But I also think Baby D has some lineage to the firm as well, though. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So Courtney would be another one that was very, you know, kind of got his name up a little bit that we had worked with directly. But BB, man, he transcended to a whole nother level, man, and he taught so many people, bro. So really, like my relevancy in the culture, a lot of it come through what BB has done. But shout out to BB in Final Chapter because BB definitely pays homage and give me a lot of credit for you know, the things that he acquired during the time that we was working together.
Yeah. I want to ask this. I know it's I'm gonna venture off a little bit as far as a subject. What was one of your, like, you know, we go off the Chicago Footwork Save Lives, right? So I just want to hear a story from you where you felt that it saved your life, an episode in your life where it was like, man, if it wasn't for this day when I went to practice or a party or event, you know what I'm saying? And I went here, but something happened over here and I could have been there. You know what I mean? So I want to ask that, what was, give me like a story that, because I know all of us got one, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, for sure. There's not one specific that I could think of at the time, but I will say this, what I kind of touched on earlier. My father was a real thug, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's a working man, even though he was a family man, all that. And you know, he was out here, bro. He was out here, you know what I'm saying? And he was in and out of jail. I remember him specifically missing my 8th grade education. I mean, missing my 8th grade graduation. He also missed my high school graduation because he was locked up, right? So when we talk about, right? And so keep in mind, 8th grade is when I started footworking.
Right.
Right? All the way into high school. So the people like Marlon, a lot of other guys who I may not have got an opportunity to be that close with relationship wise, but I watched them, I admired them. I told you how we would look at the older kids like they were the part of the in crowd. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because I was so tapped in and so tuned in to that, and to get good enough to battle who I thought was the top tier footworkers during that time, it took hours and hours of practice. It took days and days of working on my craft that was all time being productive, that if I didn't, no telling what I would have gotten into. Right. Because just based on the type of household I was in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we know the young men whose fathers are in jail, what a lot of them turn out to be.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've never been locked up, bro.
Yeah.
Never. And to be quite honest, when I stopped dancing, that's when I started to get into more trouble. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be specific, but you know, I started to get into more mischief and more things because it was too much idle time. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely say that, and then not only that, bro, just even the health factors of it, bro. You know, because I got all types of stuff in my family, diabetes, you name it, right? We all do, high blood pressure, hypertension, right? But all of that dancing, bro, I remember BB saying like some days he would be amazed at how I could dance from the beginning of the time that Markham skate rink party start to the end. We talking it started at 8 o'clock, it ends at 11. He's like, I would dance nonstop, bro. So even think about how I dodged that bullet during that time, you know what I'm saying, just from a health perspective, bro. So like I said, I don't have a specific story, but I think in totality, bro, it definitely steered me in a direction to have a clear mind. And then when you think about all of the things that it just brings. I thought about this the other day when we talk about being competitive, not giving up, you know what I'm saying? How it teaches you unity because you dancing with a crew and a clique.
Right.
And all types of things, bro, are skills that I took into my adult life that I realized, like, man, this came from when I was footworking. This is the same energy, even though it's something different. It's the same energy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I honestly I feel like that's how I saved my life, bro. Because I did have a lot of anger built up back then, and I don't know what I would have
Right.
did if
Right.
between those big development years, bro. The teenage years, bro, is critical for a young man. And,
Right.
in the Chicago area, bro, that's critical.
You get
I
influenced
don't know
by a
what I
lot of
would,
stuff.
and I had a lot of opportunities to get into a lot of stuff, bro. I don't know what I would have gotten into, bro, to be honest. So that's my take on that.
Dang. I'm glad you touched on that because that's some critical key points right there that a lot of people kind of overlook as far as some of the things that we overlook when doing footworking, but it carry on as we get older into different aspects and help us out in many areas. What would I know, like you said back then, when you touched on, you said that some of the imagination as far as how footworking could go, you wasn't really thinking about it, as far as career wise. But seeing that footworking got took to a greater scale and that we have people around the world doing this culture, what is some tips that you would give for some of the new generation footworkers from what you learned coming up into the game?
Right. So, honestly, I thought about this recently and even today before we got on the call. Early in the conversation, I said that footwork is a sport, right? So when we think about sports, in sports we have um, so many different. It's not just grabbing the ball and playing the game. There's so many moving parts to it. You got team owners, you have coaches, you got people that rent the arena out. You got people who design the jerseys, people who design the logos for the team. You got shoe companies and shoe deals. You have headband companies. You know what I'm saying? Like it breaks off into so many things. I remember Nipsey Hussle talked about it's called vertical integration. Well, basically you take one thing and then expand and branch off into other avenues. But it's all in the same field though. And I think in footwork we haven't thought that way. Like Boo Dilla's a footworker, but now you got behind the name. You know what I'm saying? That's a break off from footwork. And then Boo Dilla broke off again and did the bang out workout. You know what I'm saying? But there's so many things like it could break off into something else, which might be the t-shirt sales from breakout workout. Like, because it might be every time you take a class, it come with a shirt and you work that into the pricing for the class, right? The behind the name, it might no telling what it could break off from the podcast perspective because if y'all platform or when y'all platform gets so big, people might want to pay for the advertising space. So now y'all have to form some type of advertisement company. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many things because the footwork culture is untapped, right? We talking about something that's been around for 30 plus years, right? That has not gotten the credit. It hasn't gotten to the point where these things exist yet. So somebody has to create them, right? I mean, where's the real footwork movie at? The closest thing we got is what Lady Soul did with the Footwork King, right? I'm talking production. Some documentaries being made right now, and I'm anxious to see those, and we'll see which one is the most creative. It could be the first of its kind, depending on the content of it. So there's so many avenues and opportunities for people who take the culture seriously, and that's why I have Footwork, ChicagoFootworkdotcom, right? I'm gonna be honest, bro. When I went to get the domain name, I was blown away that no one owned it, right? How don't nobody own ChicagoFootwork.com? And It's been around for 30 years.
Yeah.
That's because people in the culture haven't thought like that. But so we have to look at this culture the same way that we would look at the NBA. If Boo Dilla is LeBron, right? How can we get him the shoe deal? How can we take his brand and create other things from it, right? Because honestly, the key point is attention. That's the currency in 2020 is attention. And so it's such an attractive dance style. We have the attention of a lot of people around the world. We just have to learn the system to really tap into them and to get them to participate in whatever it is that we're doing, bro. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, I was just about to go into that. I had one speak on that too about the ChicagoFootworkdotcom because it was around the time when me and Charles was on the Madonna tour, so we was out of Chicago. So when we was out of Chicago, we didn't really know exactly what was going on, but when we heard about your website and everything that you was posting on there, it kept us connected with what was going on in Chicago, but yet what was going on footwork wise around the whole world. So I definitely want to speak on that because, like you said, you had kind of went off the footwork scene and went on the rap route, but then you came back as far as to be the news anchor for Chicago footwork around the world.
Yeah.
So what inspired that?
Yeah. And so I like that you said that news anchor because we got to think like that's a really strong pocket right now for any culture is journalism, right? So we got podcasts with in the last year or two, podcasts, 3 years, 4 years maybe, has gotten so popular. Like it's probably been outpacing blog sites. It's probably been outpacing books, right? Podcasts. So, right, exactly.
Because like I said, you was the first. You was the first that I ever saw do anything like this, and I was it was Fortune and Bangs.
Yes,
.com before it was ChicagoFootworkdotcom.
Called fortuneandbang.com at first. And so that was what 2010, 2011 that I launched it. And my honestly, bro, like you and Charles, y'all really encouraged me and inspired. Like, I have a personal relationship with both of y'all, but y'all definitely encouraged and inspired me to do it because again, I seen y'all opening up new doors. And I'm like, wow, there's other opportunities in this, not just footworking. You know what I'm saying? And and so going back, bro, to what you were saying earlier, this ties into what you're saying. Before, like I said, the career of a footworker would end at 17, 18, 19 years old. But y'all show people that you can be an adult and really, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was part-time or full-time, but makes money from it, make legacy from it, and really create some opportunities to travel and stuff like that, bro. A lot of these great footworkers from the 90s, bro, they ain't never been out the United States. You know what I'm saying? And y'all show people that was possible. So I feel like there's no centralized place that's reporting all these things that's going on. Because I'm such a fan of, like, I'm still as big of a fan as I was when I was standing on the sideline at the Robins Parade looking as a little kid. I'm still the same fan, bro. It hasn't changed. It's just like a kid that read comic books and then you grow up and then the X-Men movie come out. Like, you still excited. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm still that excited about the culture to see it, even though I might not participate at the same level. So I felt like there has to be some way to connect it and for other people who are just excited as me to see what's going on. Because sometimes it'd be something like I might have got on the phone call with you and you told me, man, did you see XYZ? And I'm like, oh, I didn't even see that. I missed it because whatever channel you was looking through might have been Twitter, and I'm not on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, it got to be a place where we can bring all these things together for the people who are fans of the culture. And so that's what inspired me to start it, bro.
Whew, man, you connected so with Fortune and Banks. You connected so many people with I remember around that time you had Tribe, which was like a new generation of kids, a battle crew. But yet on there you had videos of them all the way to people in Japan doing footwork performances, to stuff in Russia, to like it was just so crazy that was like I wake up just to look at Fortune and Banks website to be like, what's going on with Chicago Footwork, you know, because that was before hashtags and, you know, all of that stuff. But that website was really like the articles and things, even it was like, if it was in the newspaper or anything like that, you still had the link for someone to read, like when it was in the Red Bull or when it was featuring Rolling Stones magazine, and it'd be even with the DJs. So like I said, I definitely big salute to you, because like you said, like it's different when you're the first and you don't have like a blueprint to be like, oh yeah, so-and-so doing this, but you was the first one doing that, and you inspired a lot of people to really see that Chicago footwork was really bigger than just Chicago.
What made you start the Instagram, the ChicagoFootworkdotcom Instagram?
Appreciate it. Yeah. Good question, bro. So what happened? At first, it was called Fortune and Bang, and so like I was going through a WordPress to do the site, and you know I'm an artist, bro. I call myself a footwork enthusiast. You know what I'm saying, and all that. But I was not a technical website building guy, bro. So I started getting attacked by all kind of bots and all kind of stuff on the site, and I got overflowed. And so whatever happened, it had crashed the site for a short period of time. And I was trying to rebuild and all this. And at the same time, I lost the domain name. Somebody from another country brought the domain name, right? And so when I tried to buy it back, it was like a couple $1,000s. I didn't have the cash at that time. And so I remember being frustrated because I wanted to continue doing it, but I'm like, now my name is gone. Oh, I got to rebuild the site. So I'm like, I remember I actually talked to King Charles about it, right? And I'm like, man, it's frustrating, bro. You know what I mean? I'm like, I really got to find a way to get back in with doing this because it's still a passion of mine. And so I was looking for a new name. And I think first I called it, I called it the same thing, but I was using .net. And I'm just like, man, that .net just don't hit like that .com.
Right.
And so
right.
King Charles was like, I want to say it was him, bro. I'm almost sure it was him. That's like, why don't you just name ChicagoFootwork.com? I'm like, let me see if that's available. And it was available. And so I bought the domain name. The site is still not active, but King Charles was like, since you lost your momentum, why don't you just start an Instagram, regain your momentum through there, and then launch the site? You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, you know what I mean? Because it came through a conversation that we had. And so I started the Instagram. And so now the Instagram is up to like, I don't know, like 46, I want to say like 4,600 followers, 4,500 followers. And I've only had it for maybe a year, maybe. And so my goal is to launch it this month, but we'll see because the clock is ticking. So it might be next month. I'm actually, for my day-to-day work, I'm actually taking off completely for the month of August so I can focus on, that's one of the things I would like to focus on. So yeah. If it don't be the end of this month, it definitely be August for sure. Like non-negotiable.
Okay.
Great way. That was a great way to build, you know what I'm saying, to rebuild, you know what I mean, that, you know what I'm saying, through social media. Because, you know, Instagram, Facebook, you know, Snapchat, any of those outlets is, you know, it's a great component, especially for the youth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of grab is the youth. So, you know what I mean? I was glad to even see it, like, you know what I'm saying? Because at first I didn't know who it was. I was like, who is ChicagoFootwork.com? Like, what? They putting up all our videos? You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know how, I think I talked to you or you messaged me about something.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah. And you was like, that's me. And I was like, that's you? Like, yeah. I'm like, Wow, like the whole time I didn't even know who it was. Like the whole time. But I'm glad, you know, it's someone. I'm glad it's someone from our, you know, our culture. You know what I'm saying? That's actually pushing it. You know what I mean? And not someone else that, you know, I'm gonna take, you know, videos and, you know what I mean? It's people that somebody that understands. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, is it? Am I thinking like Kenlo mic mute? Got muted.
Oh yeah, my bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah. I was saying I had messaged you, Budilla, because somebody was asking about some classes.
Right. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, for sure. And man, see that's one of the, because right now I'm not making any money from that, bro. I wasn't making no money from it back then. You know what I'm saying? But that's one of the benefits for me, is because I just want to see the culture grow, man. I would love to see it grow. You know, there's like whatever we're doing is great, bro. You know what I'm saying? But if we look back, you know, to the guys who taught us, they wasn't doing this stuff. You know what I'm saying? They were great teachers, they were great dancers, and I'm not holding anything against them. What I'm saying is that each generation, each wave of people, they're gonna do something that's gonna take it to another level. So I'm just trying to help plant the seed for the next wave that's gonna take it who knows where, bro. Somebody is seeing that now footwork journalism exists, right? Which is what I do, which is what y'all do, right? And then somebody's gonna come, bro, and take what we do and do it to another level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Which is great. That's great, because if we're still in the game, you know what I mean, that's gonna help us compete and all that, because we competitive people. So it's gonna help take us to another level too. So
yeah. Oh wait, mic mute. Mic got muted. I think.
You know what, bro? I think it's doing that because I'm getting so many notifications. Hold on.
Hey, J-Rod, like, no, mic mute.
Hey, too much. It's too many diamonds coming out of his mouth right now to
I'm
own it.
My phone, I think. But yeah, man, I'm just glad to see the culture growing, bro. For real, like whichever way, journalism, you know, I think there's so many pockets that could be opened up, bro. You know, seen a lot of music. We've seen a lot of with the music. You know, I like that too. The music is really the music actually. I think the music traveled farther than the dance did at one point. Yeah,
it did. That's when we thought Chicago footwork was gone. Like that was at that time. Like it was dying.
Yeah.
And we needed that spark.
Yeah.
You know, to get it back to where it was at. And that's, you know, R.I.P. Rashad. You know, he was a good component of that. You know what I'm saying? Pushing the music all over the world. And then, you know, J-Ron and Charles, you know, they went overseas doing the Madonna tour. And that kind of put, you know what I'm saying? That was pushing, you know what I'm saying? Pushing the culture, you know what I'm saying, all around the world. So, like, yeah, we most definitely needed that.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Was that the question? Was that the answer? Did that answer your question you had?
Yeah. I definitely want to comment on. I also wanted to comment on too with the whole culture being a full circle, like you said, how you and everybody else was inspiring us, and then for what we did to ricochet and inspire you, at the creation, when creation did they it was like they reunion, and you had it at the promontory when you had came back, and you were actually witnessing in person the evolution of footwork, because you had people from Japan in the party with you, people from LA, from Atlanta, and I can only imagine how it felt, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted to hear from, you know what I'm saying, from you.
Yeah.
Being in Chicago parties and growing up in the parties that you were, and to be still in a Chicago party, but see the evolution of the world being in the same party with you. And then when you was getting down in the circle, like, what was that feeling like?
Man, that's a good question, bro. It was an outstanding feeling, bro. I was very excited. Uh, I think the best word would be like an out of body experience, bro. Because you know, for me it's different, bro. It hit different, man. Because like I said, I consider myself an enthusiast, and there's only a few people in the culture that I think studies the culture as much as me. Now, look, no offense to anyone, but I'm talking about, you know, you have people that are great dancers and they study the dance. You have people who are great DJs and they just impeccable when it comes to that. But I'm talking about fans of the culture, bro. And like, you know, there's so many people who I've met and they introduce themselves and I'm like, oh, I know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that much of a fan. You know what I mean? From people who are amateurs or just getting started that I see something to be like, ooh, man, give him 2 years, 3 years, he gonna be you know, to people who have been doing it for a long time that we've just never crossed paths. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So to be in a room with them from all over the world, it was a great experience, bro. And that's why I really, you know, I can't say it enough. I take my hat off to you and Charles, bro, because y'all laid a lot of that foundation with y'all world travels, bro. Y'all really did. And I mean, you know, footwork is such a dynamic dance style, bro, that I knew whoever took it to that level was going, you know, if they was the right type of person. See, because that's the other thing, bro. You got a lot of guys who are great dancers, but the type of people they are, bro, they just don't mesh well with the majority. You know what I'm saying? And y'all guys know how to carry yourself, man. And y'all skill set is just next level. Like honestly, bro, and I don't want to get too much to a tangent, but I look at it like Bruce Lee almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, he took a style and he brought it, you know, he brought it to the States. And a lot of the people from his you know, culture, they were mad that he did that.
Mm-hmm.
They like, this is our stuff. How could you go teach whites and blacks? And
That
you
was,
know what I'm saying?
that was the
In
same.
America,
Yep.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So Chicago's like that, bro. Like when they see somebody that you taught from another culture, they mad. You know what I'm saying? But it has to expand, bro. It has to grow. It's gonna die because it's been like, as far as the Chicago perspective of it, it's been dying. You know what I'm saying? But it's, as far as the worldwide perspective of it, it's alive and well, bro. So so I was saying that there's only a couple of people that I feel like have that type of care and concern for the culture, bro. You know, and shout out two people that come to my mind right away is like RP Boo and like Crossfire. So I want to shout them out first. But you know what I'm saying? Just, man, bro, to see it in live action, man, it was like a movie, bro. It's like living a movie, bro. For real.
Yeah. And I feel like all of us play a position, right?
Yeah.
In this culture. You know what I'm saying? If you're a dancer, videographer, photographer, man, if you like oh my God, I can't forget my guy name. What's his name? The one that promote? What's his name? Jeron, come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Roy. I mean, not no.
You talking about
That be at every party. He be promoting.
No, you talking about oh, it's not
right, it's that Joe head too. Oh my God. I can't believe I forgot his name.
You said
Not JoJo, but
I was
he be in the city. He be in the city. His name is start with an R, man. Come on, yo. Oh my God. It'll come back.
I'm sure it'll come.
Leeway, right?
It'll come.
It's
gonna come back. It's gonna come back to my head. But, even him, you know what I'm saying, as far as like promotion wise, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, Leroy. That's y'all. There you go, right there.
Yeah.
Leroy.
I said Leroy. You like no?
I thought you said JoJo. No, that was what's name said JoJo.
I was like Leroy, and then like he said no. I was like
no, I was talking about JoJo, but yeah, Leroy. So
he was like he said his name started with an R, so I was like okay, not Leroy.
I called him Roy. But,
okay.
Anyway, like I was saying, everybody plays a position, and culture. You know what I'm saying? For videographer, dancer, DJ, photographer, promoter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
Leroy.
everybody, if you're in the Chicago footwork culture, you could just pick one or two legs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are a part of this lineage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This culture that we have, we all family at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? We all brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? Even though we're in different groups, you know what I mean? We still pushing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell like the people that's part of the culture that has a lot going on with themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you got people that's looking at you. You know what I'm saying? Just you don't think you do, but it's people looking at you and watching what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, people watch you, Kenlo. Like, they watch that ChicagoFootworkdotcom, that Instagram. People do videos just to put their video on your page. You see what I'm saying? Just to put. Oh, I know he gonna put it on his page. So
I gotta go off.
On mine, let you go ahead and flip that. You know what I'm saying? So of course, why not? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So we always pushing each other, you know what I'm saying, to doing, you know, what we need to do as far as the Chicago footwork culture. The question I wanted to ask was, all right, so you have battlers as well as performers, right? Past and present. How do you feel? What's the importance of a battler and a performer? Or in this case, what would we say? Instagram video, TikTok, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So battler versus
showcase
Instagram footwork video.
No, you're right, bro.
Showcase the person battling.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because in the 90s, early 2000s, maybe, when it still was a lot of dance groups, it definitely was performance based. Showcase. You heard the word showcase,
right?
Through culture, right? And then the footwork would be at the end, probably, of the routines, and then the battle would be after the show, right? And I'm finna give away a gem to all these dancers right now. I honestly, I think the game has changed, right? The dancers who are going to win the most is the ones who have the most quality content on social media, right? So I'm talking about, now look, I'm not saying, now even though this is effective, I'm not saying doing a video with your phone and posting it. That is effective though. I'm talking about quality content. Your man's is a videographer or even a photographer, still pictures maybe, but definitely a videographer. And you get with him and he edits your joint to look as professional. I don't want to use the word professional. Let's just say polished.
I was about to say that. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Those people who have the most of that are going to be the most known. Now, if you want me to give you an example who I mean, let's name them. Paul Zeddy.
Right.
King Charles. The Era. Right? Who else? Even Lil Chemo. Lil Chemo. Chemo. Right? And Cal. They are perceived, Miki too. They are perceived as a lot of members of creation. They are perceived as the top of the food chain, even though they are skill-wise, they are outstanding. There's a lot of people I name, but they're perceived as the top of the food chain because they have the most quality content. And they're great dancers. They are great. But what I'm saying is, for the footworkers in Chicago, a lot of y'all are great too, but y'all not competing really because y'all don't have a lot of quality content. Y'all took a video with your phone of you battling and you posted it. It's still gonna get love, but it's not gonna get your brand recognized in the same way of somebody like Ant Tao that's producing 5 or 6 videos a week that are quality. So if you really, the competition has changed to that level. So if you really want to compete, because I seen somebody post in the interview that King Charles did recently, They say, how do I get my name out there more as a footworker? Well, the internet is at the tip of your fingertips. So you have to start producing quality content and putting it out there for the world to see. And the more that you get out there, the attention will start coming. But you have to be consistent.
And you gotta be good too, though. Hey,
oh, that was it.
Because some of these people
definitely gotta have the talent.
Right. Don't get it twisted.
right.
Hey, you will get destroyed. You come here trying to got all this content. You can have all the content you want.
Yeah, but
where these lions at?
Get one rounded.
But like people are always asking me to get on my to get on the to post them, right? And so I'll post somebody, let's say on a 10 scale, somebody who's an 8 skill wise, but has a quality video, versus someone who's a 10 and they shot it with their phone and I can barely see them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yes, you have to be good, because once people see the video, what's gonna make them keep looking at it? You know what I'm saying? And King Charles been doing that for years. So he's been lapping everybody. He's been doing that for years. Paul Zeddy been doing it for a long time too. So when we talk about, and I'm not talking about who's the best footworker, I'm talking about who's the most recognizable brands.
Right.
It's those people. So yeah, that's what I would say to that. The battle has changed. That's the real battle now.
That's facts.
Yeah, so I hope all my footworkers that's on this discussion, please take note of that. Please take note of that.
Oh, I thought that was a question. That was just kind of wait. Oh,
yeah, but you're right though, Budilla. If you're just getting started footworking, work on your skill first.
Please tell them that, because you know what, a lot of people, and that's what they do. It's a lot of clout chasing.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So you can, and also speaking on videographers, also when they editing these videos, they can speed that up. So don't get it twisted thinking that people going crazy. You ain't going crazy. You just got your stuff sped up to about 110.
Yeah, because I've seen some new footworkers, and I'm not gonna name any people particularly, but
name them.
They video.
Hey, this show raw uncut.
Hey, look, and they
Fuck all that. Name them niggas.
Look, and they videos are quality, but I'm like, wow, like you just learned how to footwork. I can tell, so it don't count, man. It don't hit the same. It don't hit the same.
No, it don't.
But yeah, so shout out Antal, shout out Chemo, Paul Zeddy, even Terror Squad. What they doing now, they putting out more quality content, and man, I'm excited. Partners in the circle, with Elili and Diamond. You know what I'm saying? I love what they.
Hey, don't forget about Goon Squad. They
with Chum Polar Bear, Polar Bear.
Yeah, bro, look, and they got something going on that a lot of people don't, bro. But they got these young kids, and a lot of them, bro. You got to think about it. Technically, we only have a few kings of footwork. Technically, if you want I'm talking about like won the king title. They're learning from one of the kings, bro. And you can tell, you can see his Devin, you can see his influence in a lot of their styles. So I feel like, and then you got Chum. Chum is doing some great things with them. P-Top, the whole Goon Squad, a big boy. So they creating a whole culture, bro. Like as far as Chicago goes, I know creation has transcended to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? And Havoc been doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all getting to the point, bro. Y'all legendary status. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of new, fresh blood coming, bro. That I'm very excited to see what they're gonna do in the next 3 to 4 years, even out of the country, like India. India is doing some outstanding things, bro. And I know you and Kelly, y'all have had a lot of influence with them as well. So I'm excited, bro. It's very exciting. It ain't dying no time soon. Look, everybody in Chicago could quit footworking, and it's not gonna die.
Not going nowhere. No, it's what I'm saying. But
that spread is vital, man. And I want to shout out to somebody that's out on here too, man. One of the young generations, my pit bull AC. You know,
Yeah.
shout out to Prophecy because they the reason why Japan footwork. He was
love.
the first footworker to Kuya from Japan.
Yeah.
You know, as like you said, as the generation passing on to the next, they expand to where we probably didn't think of. I wasn't thinking about getting somebody from Japan to footwork at the time. It wasn't. I mean, teaching, yeah, but having an actual member, that was in their generation where they was like, yo, we about to reach out to Japan and start recruiting a member. And that's spun the snowball effect.
But that's the word what you just was talking about, Kenlo, that legacy, that legend word. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just being a legend is more than just beating everybody in a competition.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like pushing and spreading and you know sharing, you know what I'm saying, our culture with the world. That's legacy. You know what I'm saying? Having people that, you know, if you decide to stop, you know, you have a lot of students that's under you that's like, you know, he taught me, you know what I'm saying? Like, now that's legacy, you know what I'm saying? And not just talk physically, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, you know, actually put in the work on teaching them history and, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? The structure behind it, you know what I'm saying? The past and present of Chicago footwork, you know what I'm saying? The culture, you know what I'm saying, within itself. So that's legacy, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people kind of get that misconstrued, you know what I'm saying, on, you know, just because I done beat this, you know, I done beat Charles before, I done beat, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, well, I'm gonna no, you got a long go. You know what I'm saying?
Beat them on their off day too, on top of that.
Facts.
No, but you know what, bro? I like if you compare the culture to a family, because that's how I look at it. Because we all connected some way, shape, form, somehow. If you look at like a family, bro, and let's say in the family you got like a first generation like millionaire, right?
Mm-hmm.
This might be the 25-year-old kid, and you like, man, he's a millionaire, but you got to meet his parents, you got to meet the grandparent, you got to see like who raised his kid. It was something that they did in raising him for him to get to that level so young. So in the footwear culture, we have a lot of first generation career footworkers, bro. Like this the first time we had people who they footworking as a career.
Yeah.
We didn't have in 30 years, bro. We didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? This is the first time we got people who have traveled internationally multiple times teaching other people. And let's not even talk about teaching in a professional environment. I mean, back then the teaching was tapping somebody on the shoulder, like, hey, let me show you this move. That was teaching. You know what I'm saying?
In the party. Hey,
in the party.
In the party.
So now we got people who instructed J. Ron, you know, Boo Dilla. Man, it's so many I can name, but y'all know, teaching hundreds of people at a time, bro. And now with the coronavirus, I really think it was a blessing in disguise, man. Because number one, a lot of people get to work in their craft at home, but also it opened up another chamber of teaching, which is teaching online.
Right.
So, I mean, online you can reach more people than in person. Yeah. So I'm excited to see where it goes, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna be ugly, man. And I really think it's gonna be somebody that you least expect that's gonna transcend past everybody else. The same way King Charles did. Nobody expected King Charles to be that person, bro.
Facts, because I thought he was just a straight skateboarder, yo.
Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? But those be the people, man, the underdogs, man, that do it.
Always.
And I feel like, you know, when we was dancing, bro, that's the spirit that we had, man. Because number one, we was from the suburbs. So, you know, we always had that little stigma like, oh, y'all, that ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Yep. We always had to prove ourselves, bro. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm excited to see it, man. It might be somebody from overseas, bro. I don't know.
Never know.
Hey, so look, so we was talking before the show about shameless plug. Sunday is going down. Havoc Picnic 2020.
2020 Havoc Picnic, August 2nd is Sunday.
So speaking on that, we was talking about earlier about DJs.
Oh right? Yeah, there's some battles going down this Sunday.
So who was some of your favorite DJs to dance to though?
You know one of my favorite tracks was by DJ Milton. That was one of my favorite tracks.
What's that?
Airspace, I believe it was
Airspace.
called.
Oh.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite tracks.
Oh.
But DJ Clint. I like
Right.
Clint a lot. I like Clint's music. I don't really know him personally. I like his music a lot though. DJ Rashad, you know, rest in peace to him. RP Boo, you know. Those are my favorites. I would say those are my favorites.
But so that Airspace was a track of yours that you used to go crazy off of?
Yeah, man. That was definitely probably one of my favorite ones, bro. Yeah. But you know, like a lot of tracks, we didn't know the names to them, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts. Until you went to the DJ and they actually, because the title didn't match what they were saying.
I mean, they put out the tape, bro. What track listing? You just get the colorful tape. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You just going. You know who did it though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Thaz. Thaz was Clown House. You know what I'm saying? They was pretty much like the main thing at Markham Skating Rink, and that's what that quite a bit. You know. Oh, and how can I forget Cool? DJ Solo. Yeah. Solo. How can I forget him too, bro? I really love his stuff. But again, you know, back then Solo was a footworker, so he got into the DJ stuff real heavy around the time I was kind of phasing out from dance. Because I now look, I did I left that out. I did end up in triple phase because after Two Fatal separated, then it was either Troy or Van that asked me to be in triple phase. In triple phase, because triple phase practiced in Country Club Hills.
Yep.
So they had asked me to be in it, and I joined for a short period of time. You know, I don't really think I wasn't too dedicated as a member. I showed up to a couple of things they had, but you know, I was so total impact crazy, bro. It was like, you know what I'm saying? To be in another group, it was hard for me to feel like I was at home. You know what I'm saying? So I was there and I supported those guys because they was, you know, it was like a bunch of different groups because they was HOC, D Dynamics, all types, and they broke up, and then that's what started triple phase. So it was kind of like I hate to say a mutt in a sense, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a bunch of guys from original groups that blended together to make this. So I didn't feel like we had a group identity, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? And they was relatively new at the time. But later on, hey, that's how a lot of guys started for working. So I'm excited about that. And going back to what you were saying, Budilla, in the same breath, when you was like everybody has different roles in the culture, and I thought about when people say footwork is dying in Chicago, why is that? Usually it's not because of the dancers, you know, it's because of the organizers, you know what I'm saying? It's because of the locations. The locations are not allowing the kids to come there and dance no more. The organizers, they running out of funds to put things together, and they're not making no money, or the time, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, they're not organizing the things no more. You know what I'm saying? So we really have to be aware of the people who are the organizers, bro.
Facts, DJ. Feel.
You feel what I'm saying? And keep them going, because they're the reason why, you know what I'm saying, a lot of things is happening. But I seen somebody say Alderman, right? It definitely a lot could do with politics as well. But we have to think about that, bro. Like, even when I heard King Charles' story, you hear him refer to Lady Soul a lot. She was an organizer, bro. She made a lot of things happen. And now a lot of the dancers are trained to organize. Shout out to Chum with Goon Squad, like what he put together with Astronaut Fleet, bro. Like, a lot of these dancers, they wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the location and all of that he, you know, the organization that he has. So we got to think about that, bro. Like, especially guys who used to be in the culture and maybe not, they don't particularly dance anymore, and they looking for a place in the culture. Like, organize something, man. Because look, I'm gonna tell you this too: the South Suburbs is wide open, bro. It's wide open.
We most definitely also have shout out to my bro Twan for the Urban Art Center.
Yes, sir.
So, You know,
Oh, Quanton is on here.
yeah, we actually
Big salute.
get that together, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, have people to teach all type of arts, you know what I'm saying, the production, music, you know what I'm saying, video, photography, everything, you know what I'm saying. So, you know, he's actually doing that. So shout out to Big Bro for, you know what I'm saying, putting that building there, playing together.
Yeah, for sure. That's love, man. I did catch his interview, and I'm excited about what he's doing too, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what come out of that.
What's up, everybody? Real quick, I'm doing the mural on the building, and I need all of the names if you want to be on the building of your crew, like all of the crews, because I don't know them all. So if y'all know all of the footwork crews, like inbox me, send me all the names. I'm in the process of putting the names on the building now. I want to make sure I don't leave nobody out. I want to make sure every crew that's a footwork crew, dance crew is on the building. So if I don't get the information and it ain't up there, I don't want nobody to feel some type of way, but I'm reaching out to people and trying to get the information. I ain't got no responses yet, so you know, hopefully they get it to me in enough time.
What inbox on which platform?
You can send it to my Facebook, email. It don't matter, as long as I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Can you put it in the chat, bro?
Yep.
I love.
Most definitely.
Yep.
All right. So we can start going into these questions.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people probably got questions they want to ask Kenlo Key
Sure.
on everything. So anybody want to go first before it's two people I always choose every episode. I'm trying not to choose them first right now. I want to see if anybody else wants to ask a question. Anyone else? Going once, going twice. Okay, cool. Kelly, you ready?
I just want to say I'm really grateful for this space. Thank you, Boo. Thank you, Jaron and Kenlo. This was awesome. I think this question is asked a lot, but I really want to know what you think. I'm obviously from outside Chicago. I'm from the middle of Missouri, a very small town. And there's people on here from Nepal, India, and people listening from all over. What do you feel like is the most important aspects of the culture, footwear culture, but also Chicago history and culture that we as people from the outside need to focus on while we're, practicing the dance out of respect to the culture?
Cool. I think it's a good question. Well, I think me personally, I think knowing that even though we are an inviting culture, meaning, the mentor that you have or the group that you're a part of, they are inviting. The rest of the culture is competitive, right? They look at you as a threat. I don't know why Chicago got a lot of haters, you know what I'm saying? Like, to things that are foreign to them. So it's gonna be a blend of gaining people trust, a blend, and proving that you can hold your own, right? And I'm a fan of yours, Kelly. So I know you can hold your own, and I know you're good, and I know you have a lot of room to get better, and I know you're going to get better because you're very hungry. So once people start to see you more, I think they'll be more accepting, of you. But there are going to be, if you visit Chicago, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for you to compete because you're going to have to. They're going to make you prove yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's a constant thing of, and I'm sure a lot of forwards can agree with me that if they didn't go through this phase indefinitely, they definitely went through this phase in some period where they felt like they had to prove themselves to the rest of the culture. So, that's it. But at the same token, having confidence, in your own abilities and listening to your mentors, right? Because we all had the mentors. You'll be able to find your place just right, and I think you will. I think you will do well. So yeah, that's what I would say. Chicago is a very competitive city. very second. Somebody said in the
Very
chat,
segregated.
segregated, extremely segregated, very cliquish. You know what I'm saying? So don't be offended. That's just how we is, and just know that you part of a clique, you part of a crew because you here, and just prove yourself to be strong in your faction of the culture. That's what I would say.
Yeah. Mickey-san. Yeah.
Hi. Yeah,
Okay,
thank you
I'm
for doing
sorry,
this.
I got one thing to say. This is for Mickey and Kelly. I would like to see y'all battle Crystal too. But yeah, go ahead though.
I did battle Crystal like 3 years ago.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, Mickey did.
Crystal, oh.
So I'm for doing this, and
Somebody,
say like I just wanna say like thank you for making like ChicagoFootworkdotcom like the platform, and I didn't know you made like 2002 like fortuneandbanks.com. So I didn't know information, but like that platform is like for us, it's like really honored to see like how Chicago footwork scene in now, and also like it's great like opportunity to connect for us to Chicago. So it's very grateful to see and like to connect, and also I have questions. So how do you want to do like Chicago footwork for global?
you said, how do I want to do Chicago footwork? I didn't hear the rest.
Yeah.
Globally. Yeah.
And also like, do you have something like you want to do with Chicago footwork for future?
Yeah. So basically, the future of Chicago footwork and globally, how do I want to see it? I like what's happening right now. I don't think fast growth is good for anything, because this is something that, like I said, it's a culture that's been around for a long time. So I think that people taking their time and learning. That's why I said plug in to whoever your mentor is. Learn the basics, learn the structure, learn the foundation, the formats. Because if not, you won't be respected. And it is still a very respect-based culture. So globally, that would be my advice to the people outside of the culture who are practitioners of footworking. I would say is to take your time to get good. You know what I'm saying, and learn the history. There's a lot of history with it too. That's the other part, that you could be a great footworker, but if you don't know the history, you still ain't gonna get no respect. Or you could be a person know all the history and you're not a great footworker. So those two things. And then for the future of footwork, one of my main goals with the website is just to get more people footworking, because the things that I know is possible, and our imagination can run wild with what's possible. It's not gonna happen if it don't land into the right hands or multiple hands of people who can make it happen. And if we don't spread the culture, those hands not gonna get hold of it, because it's only so much that we can do with the resources that we have. But there's some other people with other resources that would probably love to assist us, but we have to collaborate with them, and we have to give them an opportunity to fall in love with the culture the same way we did. Because they not no little kid at the Bud Billiken parade. They don't see it in that form. They not the young kid at the party watching the circle battle. They don't see it in that form. They're seeing it on YouTube. They're seeing it on Instagram. So we have to keep spreading it so they get a chance to fall in love with it the way that we did, and then it'll fall into the hands of someone that can really help elevate everybody to another level. Because I would like to see more people who take footworking as a career. I mean, there's people who are break dancers as a career, people who even house dancers as a career all over the world. People in movies, people you know, doing all types of things with dancing that even now with social media, a lot of people are paying for advertising space just on somebody's Instagram, right? So if you gain that type of following. So those opportunities I think is there for food workers, but we have to take it that seriously though. And that's what I would like to see for footwork as a totality.
Thank you.
Thank
Sweet.
you.
Anybody else with any questions? Go ahead, bro. Charles.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What up, y'all? If you could choose one OG to bring out of retirement, one person that's not footworking no more, and bring them out of retirement, who would it be?
Ooh.
I'm glad you asked that question. You know who it would be? And I don't even know him personally, I know of him. It would be Lil Rob from the Firm. Now, let me tell you the interesting thing about you asking that question is, like I said, there's only a couple of dancers who I've seen battle Wolfpack fearlessly and beat them. And don't get me wrong, it wasn't an easy battle, but beat them, right? And one of them is Lil Rob from the Firm. And so the interesting thing about that is, and J-Ron, you probably could chime in on this. You remember the polar bear dude that did the spin to the ground with the big white coat?
Yes, I definitely know him. I post him every year.
Look, the person he was battling was Little Rob.
I was just
Rob, bro. And he's older, bro. You know, he probably don't take footwork as serious as he used to. But in his prime, bro, he was one of the best footworkers I had ever seen, bro. And I'm talking technique and like style. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he danced very slow. You know, it wasn't, you know, he was on beat, but it was a very unorthodox style. And he was dope, bro. He was one of the young, really cold hitters from the Firm at the time. Like when I talked about how we admired the Firm, he was one of the reasons. You know what I'm saying? Him, and like I said, Deontay. If I could pick a second person, it would be Deontay, who is Reno. And there's many more, bro, but the first one that come to mind would be him, because his style, to this day, Reno still dance. To this day, I've never seen nobody with that style before. So I would love just to see it, you know, once or twice again.
That's crazy that you said that. Because
yeah, I think
he was at Battlegrounds. I was there.
In House of Maddox, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was in House of Maddox originally.
Lil Rob, yeah. I remember him.
Two more questions, man. Two more questions. We got two more. Anybody else want to ask? Shout out AG and the Military Squad.
Yeah, Squad Footwork Company.
What's going on, bro? Yo, your audio.
Yo. Y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
My bad. Y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
AG.
Hold on. Can you hear me, bro?
Yes, sir.
No, hold on, man. My bad. I'm having little technical difficulties and shit and all that. Y'all go ahead. Keep on what y'all doing. Hold on.
All right. We go. Why he fixing that? We go to the next question.
Yeah, go to anybody else?
Ooh.
Got AC.
Kenlo.
Yo.
What's the word and such, cuz?
What up?
I got. Who's your favorite today's footwork as of right now?
Today's footwork as of right now.
No, get it like a top five.
No pressure, no order.
Right, no order. Top five.
It's a lot of them. Like, you know what? I'm gonna be, because when you say today, bro, it's like, are you talking about people who just still active, or are you talking about like fresh new people?
Both.
Let's see.
If you say you got a lot, give me at least 10. At least.
I like Stilo.
Okay.
I like lot. Light bulb.
Okay.
Pausetti.
Okay.
DeAndre.
Okay.
AC, right?
Yeah.
Devin.
Which Devin? Because there's about
Squad.
3. Boom Squad? Yeah, okay.
Boom Squad.
That's 5.
That's a good 5.
That's a good strong.
That's a really good 5.
Talia.
That's 6.
Cause you on the road right now. You on the road.
Wait, who was number 6?
Natalia.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's 6.
You know who I like, bro? Because he's an underdog. OD.
Okay. That's 7.
I wasn't expecting that.
You know
I'm
what?
not gonna lie.
You know what?
I was not expecting that.
You know what?
Hey, he is an underdog, but
And my mic is
OD
on
is
now.
another dog.
Oh, I fixed my mic. Oh yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Since AG on look,
wait, let him finish.
Look, since AG on
That's 7.
That's 7. At 3 more.
Ladybug.
Ladybug. Okay, that's 8.
You be watching. You watching little G. Right.
Ladybug.
Hey.
Hey, Jay Brown. Jay, can you hear me?
So
yeah.
Look.
Can you hear me, Jay?
I'm gonna go to India. I'm gonna go to India. Yug. Right. You know what I'm talking about? Little kid in India.
The video I post. The video I had post.
He was banging on King's Drive on RP.
You talking about Shorty?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
He decent.
That's 8.
Yeah.
He decent. I like him.
I
like him.
Yeah, and then if I go to Japan,
I like him though.
Say yourself.
Yeah. If I go to Japan, I'm gonna say it's a dude named Bamo.
Bamo?
Yeah, I think that's his name.
Yeah, Bamo. Yep.
I like him.
He prophecy too.
I like
Ladybug came back in town too.
Is that Boo Dilla? Is that Boo Dilla?
Gonna be a monster, boy.
Yeah.
Is that Boo Dilla?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep it real. I'm just leaving the legendary people out on purpose because they on everybody's list. But I gotta say J-Ron. I gotta say King Charles. I gotta say AG. I gotta say Chemo. I feel Chemo don't always get his credit. You know what I'm saying? Unorthodox.
That's
so
14.
It's hard to say, bro. I can't just give you 10.
But listen though, Kenlo. It's your 10.
Yeah, it's your 10.
Look, these are the people, bro. Kelly.
Oh, you playing that shit?
These are the people, bro, who every time I watch a video of theirs, I'm 99% of the time like pleased with what I see. From LA, the dude that do all of the.
Hey, I ain't gonna let though, boy. I'm listening.
Look, the dude who do all the body contortions in LA.
Oh, that's my boy.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
He from Chicago though.
Yeah, he from the crib.
Yeah, but he amazing with it.
Oh, Finn.
Finn. He's about Finn.
Finn cold.
He's a great dancer, bro.
He's a great dancer with his Chicago footwork. When he do the footwork, he makes the dancing in great. He definitely one of my tops.
Yeah, he a dog.
Yeah. So there's somebody I'm missing in my mind.
But you went past 10 though. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool.
AG Mike back so he could ask his question.
And look, and I'm talking about the people who I've seen drop something currently, like in the last 6 months.
I mean, I'm ready. I don't really want to ask no question. I just really want to just because I got everybody knowing like know nothing. Just Miki and you know what I'm saying, Kelly and all y'all, man. Y'all, you know, I'll be doing my thing here, and I don't know what y'all heard about me. Y'all always welcome here, but when y'all come here, y'all gonna have to come see the real giants like me and all the other guys. You know, y'all ass. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing with Chicago footwork, nothing. We all not gonna have to see a lot of legends, and I feel that y'all work ethic is there, but y'all have to somewhat get that cred as far as the real footwork side. I don't want y'all to ever feel that we challenging y'all or we not feel we supporting y'all from here. Like for me and my account, we just want it to be validated. So when y'all ready to come and you know what I'm saying, and we show y'all the love, we willing to show y'all. You know what I'm saying? But y'all have to come here. And when y'all come here, it's not gonna be no BS, no nothing. It's just gonna be raw. I just feel y'all missing the raw element of it, the challenge, the real element of the thought of what you gonna do next, or man, the thought of really when you see somebody hit something, the crowd reacting like, am I losing, or am I you know, it's not for me, like really for that. I'm just trying to like show you know the love for me leading. You know what I'm saying? From the street side, like I'm willing to be open and talk about any conversation. You know what I'm saying? Any conversation or whatever that we need to talk about. Willing to make y'all feel so much comfortable with the culture, but y'all have to deal with the real concrete of the culture here. Where you know what I'm saying, bro, talking about the heart, the battles, where all us represent the struggles, the arguments. But at the end of the day, it's not gonna be no BS. It's just I want y'all to feel that atmosphere. And really take it to the floor and leave it on the floor, shake hands, and everybody respect y'all. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, any footworker from overseas that comes to Chicago, I call it homecoming. That's all it is. It's homecoming. It's
they
like
gonna
you're
see
dealing
me.
with the real. It's homecoming.
They gonna see
That's
me
what
regardless.
it is.
I'm gonna come to you regardless. Like regardless. I don't care what you represent. If you saying you teaching or whatever, cool. That's a pass. All right, whatever. You know, pass.
Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me, Jay? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you got a question, Pop?
Yeah, I have a question. I can't see you guys though. I can't see you guys.
We can hear you though, Mr. Kemp.
We can hear you.
Okay. For for everybody that's on the this thing. I mean, I'm kind of old school. I don't know how to. I did have the pictures, but I don't. I can't see you guys. But just let me say this: for the people, I did see some pictures. For everybody that's listening, I just want you guys to know that I have a deep, deep, deep love back here in Chicago. My wife and I, we kind of set the tone and got everybody. You know what I mean? But now, under the circumstances, COVID and all that stuff, we have to keep the culture going. We have to do that. And now I think that there's no better time than now. If nobody was listening, they're listening now. So strategize. Find out who you are spiritually. Look into who you and what you are. And then, and only then, can you be triumphed. Then and only then can you find out the secrets of how everybody else did this before us. Everybody. So my point being is that you have to look within to find out now where you are and who you are and how committed you are to this. This is the culture. So key people need to say, hey, listen, let's do this event. Let's do this event. Let's do that out of love. No violence, no discrimination, no, I hate white folk, I don't like black folk. This is not the time, but it is the time to strategize out of love and spirituality. That's what's on the table now. Footwork, I love, y'all. I love the whole, oh my God, it's different. But nobody really got intimate into what are the intimate aspects of how this started. Guys got to get back into that. It's a renewal. You have to search within yourself. And then when you do it, and my perception and my visions are that when we do this after this, you guys are going to be bananas all across countries, all across. It is. It's just, hey, footwork is what it is. The tone has already been set. You guys have to move from individually competing, because we are competitors, you have to look at the business aspect and then get the people who understand the business aspects, and you guys can take over the world just in dance. It's there. It's there. It's there. That's all I wanted to say.
All right, thanks, Mr.
Most,
Kim.
most deaf pops.
So I got a question for Kenlo, man.
Okay.
Go ahead. This is the last question. Go ahead.
What's going on? First of all, shout out to all the kings up in here, man. It's real good.
And queens. And
queens. Kings and queens up in here. You feel me? Kenlo. I'm a fan of like URL battling. I'm also, of course, a fan of Chicago footwork. Do you think battling and Chicago footwork can work the same way that the URL does it, like Smack do it, like as far as, you know what I'm saying, the no judging and allowing the internet to bring that attention towards the competitors and actually putting it in a position where competitors can actually be compensated and paid off the strength of the energy of their fan base, like basically just taking out the judges and using the internet, and just like Smack did, just like URL doing, having the same concept, same joint with Chicago battle and Chicago footwork.
Kenlo mute.
I got you, Kenlo. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. That's a great question, bro. Before I make that statement, I remember who the other person was. It was Ziggy. That's the other person I forgot to put on my list. Ziggy from Goon Squad.
Okay.
She dope. But what I was saying is that I agree, bro. Earlier in the conversation, I said I look at footwork as a sport, and when you look at the other sports, I mean, even if you took it to a sport like Taekwondo or ice skating, like, you know what I'm saying, they have a lot of these things in place. And for golf even, bro, I mean, you can't tell me that golf is more exciting than footworking. You know what I'm saying? So if they're able to structure these things and put in place, contracts, and put in place advertising, put in place pay-per-view stuff, why can't we, bro? That's what I mean about the organizers have to really, like Mr. Kemp said, strategize, because this stuff can happen, bro. This stuff can happen. It has never happened, so it's wide open to even be the first one. And it just, I just thought about it. Shout out to AG, because what he doing is terrible. Like he really on target, to be quite honest. Like, and he's somebody, he got the respect already in the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't have to dance ever again, really. He got the respect. So shout out to him. I just wanted to say that while I was talking, but I'm talking about the people who still feet on the ground in Chicago. So it's a possibility, bro. I mean, I don't see why not. I'll tell you that. And then with the coronavirus and the pandemic and stuff, and the presence of the internet being so important, we got to get more creative. So something like that, bro, why not? All it takes is the right organizers to get together and talk about it. We just need the people to tune in. That's the only problem. We put together. We got to get the people to tune in. So we got to.
But it's not. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
can you hear me?
Advertising.
Hold on.
We got to figure out.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Tune in.
We got to sit at the table. Don't nobody want to come sit at the table. We got to sit at the table.
So look,
think somebody's gonna tune in.
Hold on. So we actually had this conversation episodes ago, where we was supposed to set up a board. There was no one that was actually serious about it.
Everybody can't sit there, bro.
And that's what I was talking about. A lot of people can't. But at the
Listen, can you all hear me? Can you hear me?
We can hear you, Bob.
hold on,
Listen,
Mr. Kemp. Hold on, Mr. Kemp. At the same time, we have to be serious.
I can't see you, big brother. Why can't I see you, big brother? I'm trying to see you talk to me. I can't see you.
We have to be serious about what's going on. We like I said, we put it together, and people. What happens is people just talk. Everybody talks, and no one puts in action. You know what I'm saying? So we had to set up. We had to be. Actually, we did this 2 or 3 times. It's not even one.
Even with location with Twan already spent.
Right. I think that's AG.
What?
I think that's you. Your music was out like.
Hey, pause real quick, bro.
I mean, bro, I'm gonna just be blunt, bro.
I'm from how
I'm gonna be blunt, bro. I think it's 2 things. I think it's people concerned, the concern of money, how money is being allocated. It's probably also egos. I mean, that's it, bro. Like, if people can drop their ego, if people can be clear on how the money is going to be allocated, I think we can make it happen. I really think those are the 2 things that usually keep groups of Black people from doing things together, bro. That's it. And my personal opinion. So if we got someone, I guess, that we feel comfortable enough with, or a group of people to do that, bro, I mean, why can't we? You know what I'm saying? Hey, guess what? If we don't, somebody else is gonna do it. It's coming. It's coming, bro.
Somebody got to make that. Somebody got to take that initiative.
It's coming. If Chicago, if the people in Chicago and the people who currently are part of the culture don't do it, don't get done. It might not be us. And are we gonna hate? Or you know what I'm saying? Are we gonna hate?
Nah, but hey, check it out though. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Nah, why we got the right people in the right room? I'm speaking on behalf of Terror Squad, right? I'm controlling, I'm moving all that. It's Boo, it's Charles Hill. It ain't no beef. We slowing each other progress down for people that's advertising or observing, thinking it's more than what it is. I felt some way about from what I heard. I posted it. I moved on from it. Just ain't nobody gonna think it's that. If it ain't that, it's over with. If it was, it's over with. Let's continue to work and push the culture. I'm pushing here. Y'all pushing with y'all personal project. Let's open keys and doors to something bigger, man.
I disagree. And I tell you why I disagree. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Can everybody hear me? Is everybody? I disagree
because we got a couple of minutes too, guys.
Okay. Hey, what's up, Boo Dilla? What's up, baby? I just want to say that you guys cannot stereotype one. You can't do that. You have to figure out how you can incorporate. You guys have been doing this a long time. So now you guys should be past the battling who and battling that and all that. You guys got people that's even online now that want to hear where you are. I mean, the intimate part of the footwork. They're tapping in on different nationalities and different ethnic backgrounds. Footwork does not, and in Chicago with the Black folk, we do not discriminate. But in Chicago, if you're wrong, you're wrong. And I'm sure Budilla, and I'm sure Jay Brown would agree to this. If it's right, we'll do that. So you guys need to stop talking about everybody else and what their views and opinions are, and just know that the culture is here. So you get together and you do what you guys are doing now, and then figure out that, hey, this is going to happen. Bottom line, trolls, social media has been the downfall of the footwork world. It dwindled it, but we have to be conscious of that. We have to know that was the demise in part, not totally, but in part. There is only one thing in Chicago that footworkers do. Now, Chicago will fight, but it is the house world and the footwork world is the most non-violent get together, that the most non-violent commune of people all across the fucking board, regardless of what the media says. So in having said that, you guys need to just put everybody away. Some people look at, just like drug dealers, they had nothing else. Nothing else. They had to do what they had to do. But just imagine the repercussions and the consequences behind selling drugs, and look at the consequences behind footwork. It is a beautiful thing. But the great minds that strategize, the great minds that think about a plan individually, collectively, get them together, and then you can take over the world. The footwork world cannot worry about the social issues and the family issues that they've had. It's a trendsetter. It is the trendsetter. If you don't got nothing to do in this world, you can footwork, because that is what it has been, and everybody loves it. Everybody loves it. So look, but focus more on that, and only the business people that understand the business of it, those are the ones who can have it, you know what I mean, to move to the next level. Those that want to use footwork with choppers and guns and killing people, those are the people that you don't want to have anything to do with at all, because we categorize. We're no different than being black. We murderers. Y'all just using footwork just to prove that. But that's not true. Footwork has been on America's, you know what I mean, under dancing and things like that. What the hell?
3 minutes. Yeah.
So just a bit different, but you know, just to put a different perspective, just a different spectrum of light, intimately.
Hey man,
intimately.
Pops, the truth though, bro. Like I ain't trying to cut you off, but you know I rock with you all the way. It's a silent beef that everybody think is continuing, and with two of the best groups that's progressing out of Chicago, they think it's a real issue.
But I can't let you tell me that. I can't.
No, you don't see it. You a fan, Pops. You not seeing what the streets in. I'm here. I know what my members say, and I know what other members say. It's for me. We gonna let that shit go, and I'm gonna trundle it down. It's no beef. Let's progress together. If y'all want to work, put y'all prayer aside. I'm gonna put mine aside. Period. So if publicly, this is what it is now. I don't care. I'm teaching kids and doing the right shit. I'm not looking at no outside. I'm just telling I'm just telling the truth. I'm telling what me being a leader.
Sir. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna lead.
Yes,
I'm gonna lead, and nothing. It's no with no one. Let's just all work, bro. It's no nothing. I'm with I come on the videos every week from what I seen, and I'm just gonna keep bringing my part. It's no nothing. We could come battle, videos, shake hands. Let's move on. Let's progress for the culture together. If y'all feel like y'all don't want to do that, fine. I'm putting it publicly.
Now, let me say this.
As a leader publicly, he's saying he
You all are leaders. I get that, but listen. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna hang up. What is the difference in drill music, right? In Chi-Town, in Chicago. What's the difference between drill music and what they do and footwork, right?
Because niggas, people die after that.
I know the difference. Hold on.
Pops, people die after that. Pops, people die after that.
Hold on, wait.
Yes, a whole lot of people.
Hold on, wait. It's a whole
lot of people. No, he right.
People die after that, bro.
People died. He's right.
All right, look, because I'm gonna have to pause y'all. This episode was about Kenlo Key. It's going somewhere else. We can talk about that on another episode. AG is absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We need to, as leaders, we should be we should lead. You know what I'm saying? And what he mean by us as leading, me, J. Ron, the people that's here, you know what I'm saying? We should lead our groups to actually progress together. You know what I'm saying? So I get exactly what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? All the personal issues that we had, you know what I'm saying? We need to squash those. You know what I'm saying? Even with the people that, you know what I'm saying, that's on the side, you know what I'm saying, that's part of the crew. You know what I'm saying? We need to make sure that they're not, you know, being effective by other individuals. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. But we got a couple of minutes. Kenlo Key, if you can shout out your Instagram, your Facebook, all your social media platforms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, getting close to the closing. Wait, he mute. Kenlo Key muted.
I got him. Hold on.
I can't hear his thing.
But my Instagram is Kenlo Key. On everything is KenloKey. That's my personal page. If you go on there, everything you're gonna see is art. That's my day-to-day. I'm a graphic designer and a traditional artist as well. That's what I do day-to-day. That's how I make a living. But ChicagoFootworkdotcom on Instagram. That's the footwork page. That's the brand I represent in the footwork culture. But I also represent Final Chapter.
Yeah.
Those my legacy group. But shout out to everybody, man. I you know what? I'm excited that everybody's passion is still that strong about the culture. So I hope we just turn something good out of it. I know we will, matter of fact. So
Right.
I'm looking forward to having the conversation with everybody.
Also, yeah, I'm gonna hit you up, Twan, about that too. But yeah, it was a pleasure, bro. It was a pleasure for you to, you know, take the time out of your busy schedule, you know what I'm saying, to come and conversate with us, you know what I'm saying, to give those jewels to, you know what I'm saying, the listeners and all the ones that, you know what I'm saying, that's still in the beginner stages of learning Chicago footwork culture, you know what I'm saying.
Much love.
So until next week.
If anybody want to be posted on the page or the website, just DM the video. You know what I'm saying? Tag me in it. I check all the tags. And,
right. So tag ChicagoFootwork.com if you want your
video.
video
Watching his page. So definitely get on.
And we will see everybody next week. Same time, same place.
Salute y'all. Peace.
Sunday, I'll see y'all at the picnic.
Oh yeah, Sunday. Everybody, I will see everybody at the picnic Sunday. Hopefully everybody get there.
Oh yeah.
So,
bye, guys.
Mr.
All flame.